The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Two of Wands. So yeah, I mean, this is leading into something here, Virgo, and the fact that the Two of Wands talks about goals and moving forward. If this was the Three of Wands, it would be moving forward with somebody else. This is the Two of Wands, which represent you embracing what you need to do to rely on yourself, to make things happen, to make the money. The holidays are coming up, but somebody just said, and like, it could be one person out there, but somebody just said, got to get my kids those, got to make sure my kids have a present under the tree, or got to make sure, like Hanukkah, whatever I could go through every holiday. I'm not going to, but whatever, you celebrate, if you celebrate anything, kind of, there's this mentality right now, Virgo, hanging over this read of like, I take care of mine and I take care of my business. I own it. The Two of Wands is making a fantasy a reality, and detailing a plan for the future. So this is, you're not completely sure where you're going or how you're going to, but you know that you want to move forward, and you're going to go based on your gut instinct. So they're saying you know what you need to do right now. So Virgo, for some of you, this is moving forward and leaving somebody behind. And for some of you, this is moving forward, knowing that in the future you're going to meet somebody. But right now, your concentration is like clearing the air, clearing any toxicity that maybe has been lingering, like doing a saging, opening the windows, letting in some fresh air, so to speak, and just like raising your vibration, raising your energy. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Tower. So yeah, there's been a dissolution of something. Something's broken or something broke, and maybe you guys have been in non-communication. Maybe you've been communicating a little bit. The Tower is saying that right now you're not really seeing anything coming to fruition with this person. The Tower is a dissolution. It's a tear down. There is, though, a solid foundation at the bottom. So is the solid foundation you? Judging by this goat, yes. And for a lot of you, you were the stable foundation in this relationship period anyways. So it's kind of like, well, I know it's going to fall. Everything's going to fall around me, but I'll still be here standing. I've still got this. Like, no, you don't got anything on me, because literally, Virgo's standing strong, with this foundation. So for a lot of you, this is, there's a foundation, but I don't know that I'm going to rebuild with this person from the past. There's some strong energy coming in, because I just got it really strong in my gut that this person's like, but Virgo, but I miss you, Virgo, but Virgo, but for a lot of you, this has been like months. Like, this has been going on for months, or they didn't reach out to you. Now all of a sudden they're reaching out to you, and you're like, what do you want? Like, are you serious? Everything came crashing down, and I had to pick up the pieces and pick up my life and pick up, the kids and the fur babies and everything else that goes along with it. And now you're coming back, and are you reminiscing about the holidays? You feeling nervous about the world situation right now? What is it? Because, Virgo, you're kind of at the point where it's like, I saw the destruction for myself. I now recognize it. And you're feeling almost as if like, I can't count on anybody but myself at this point. And not in a negative, like, I'm not talking about like, calling your parents or talking to your siblings or whatever. I'm just talking about relationship wise. And this person who, they gave me that gut punch, which means this person is, trying to get a hold of you, has wanted to get a hold of you, has, tried to convince you over and over at some point to get back together. Maybe you've done it round and round and round. And this is kind of like the fallout, or you see this as the Tower moment, the complete destruction of anything that could have been. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years. So a lot of you are feeling maybe a little hasty or a little annoyed about the situation, period, because the Eight of Cups is talking about in the past, you held out for this one cup. Okay. The Eight of Cups is slow moving, stagnation. It's not running towards a bunch of different people. It's not out there dating and having a bunch of fun. For a lot of you, you thought this one person was the finale. You thought this one person was, marriage, if that's what you wanted, kids, if that's what you wanted, a lifelong partnership, if that's what you wanted. And the Eight of Cups, the universe is saying, look, Virgo, there are going to be a lot of cups coming your direction and a lot of cups out there, but right now you're kind of closing down that energy on this person. And woof, for some of you, they're telling me this is even like, like you guys lived together and you moved, you're no longer living together. It's the Eight of Cups is saying, don't hold your breath for this cup right now, because you've You've held out for this person. You believed in them. You thought things would change over and over and over. And for some reason they didn't. I'm not saying they can't, but right now it's like you're on your own, making your own decisions about yourself, your kids, what needs to be taken care of. And you are not placating anybody else with these decisions. This is all about what you want, what you need, not about somebody else who wants to keep knocking on your door. Yeah. The next card you have is your immediate past over the past 2 weeks, past month or two. Very interesting because the Knight of Cups is a whimsical, dreamy, romantic energy. Some of you have a person who just will not give up. I mean, this person is like making me go, what are you doing? I think the main part is it's not bad that this person wants you back. It's not bad that it could be the 5th or 6th or 7th time that you guys would go around. It's the fact that, again, it's this reliability factor. It's the, it's almost like they get you in and you're like, all right, we're really going to do it this time. And then it's disappointing. So some of you also may have somebody else who's come in or somebody else who's interested has expressed, hey, Virgo, I'm interested in you, because this card can be very lighthearted. Somebody flirting with you, somebody like, hey, boo, I'd like to take you out, or, I'd like to talk. Let's talk tonight. And you end up talking for hours, or maybe you guys meet for coffee or whatever the case may be. The Knight of Cups also can represent somebody that's wanting your attention, but again, it's whimsical. So it's not like this is somebody I've got my eyes on that I'm, bringing in for this major relationship right this second. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, you are really dealing with somebody who is either very pushy or is very, you love them a lot, but you're having to show your strength here, because the Nine of Wands is somebody who's very capable, who's very, full of stamina and ready to take charge. But it's almost as if people around you don't recognize just how strong Virgo is. And this person in particular, this person seems to have come in and out. Like they thought that they could show back up and be like, Virgo, but I miss you. And you would fall. And you finally put your foot down and you're like, no. For a lot of you, this is you saying no. You thought I was weak in the knees and that I would always cower to, but I miss you, Virgo. And this is you just excelling and getting stronger and stronger. This is you taking the path that you need to take and making the decisions you need to make. And Virgo, you have somebody, not a stalker necessarily, but you have somebody who, watches you on social media. You have somebody who keeps their eye on you. And you're kind of like, oh, wait, you don't even know what's coming. Like Virgo has a plan and going to be, seeing it through, very successful. And you're like gung ho with these goals and where you're going and where you see yourself going. And you may not know exactly how you're going to get there, what you're going to do to get there, but by golly, this is kind of like, I call it kind of the shock the shit out of people, because they just go, whoa, what? Like you did what? And oh my gosh, that's amazing. And so leading towards some very big, successful moments here. The next card you have is the High Priestess. And this is how you're going to feel, or what's going on throughout the next few weeks, your immediate future. So throughout November. Okay. And the High Priestess talks about having the energy of, not being able to control certain things. And so understanding when to let go and when to let the universe, take its course. The High Priestess is about not rushing. There's no need to act or make a major decision right at this moment. When the time comes, you will know. Okay. And sometimes inaction, not taking any action, is the biggest form of action. So again, this person who's knocking on your door that I talked about, who keeps like pushing in and out, the fact that you're not reciprocating this anymore, you're looking at this as a tower moment for now. This is the inaction of you not connecting again, or you not going back, or if you're the one who had been contacting this person and they'd ghosted you, or you stopping and disappearing and kind of under the radar, it says a lot. Not taking action is maybe what is causing this person to have such a hard time with it, because they don't know what you're up to and they can't stand it. But then you have to think, is it a situation where they're not ready to have you? They don't want to have you necessarily, or they don't want a full relationship or what they've promised, etc. But they don't want anybody else to have you either. I can't have your cake and eat it too there, buddy, whoever you're dealing with. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month. So big changes. You are going to make a lot of changes, or at least progress towards making changes, even if it's little habit changes, or differences in the way you talk to yourself. For some reason, they're telling me, Virgo, you guys have been hard on yourself a lot with this relationship. And then even harder that maybe you kept falling back into the same pattern with this person. But the one thing I always say on my channel, and I want to express it because I think it's so important, and I said it in a private read a little while ago, and the gal emailed me and she was just like stunned. She was like, I don't think about it that way. But the thing I want people to stop doing, whether you're watching my channel or any channel or whatnot, and oh, that guy's a piece of crap, or that girl, she's something else, she's narcissistic, whatever. And then we shame ourselves, we guilt ourselves because we love somebody who treats us badly and we go back, or we love somebody who has shown their true colors over and over and we go back. Stop shaming yourself or feeling bad because you love somebody so much that you're willing to give them another chance, Eventually it becomes the definition of insanity, right? Where we're doing the same thing over and over and over, hoping to get a different resolution in the end. And it doesn't work that way necessarily. But the death card here, which is Scorpio's card, so you could be dealing with the Scorpio. The death card is a beautiful card. It's not a physical death. It doesn't even refer to death. It's a transformation. It's a rebirth. It's a growth. It's changes, big changes. Like this is, moving, changing jobs, finally cutting off a past lover who possibly may not be working for you. I mean, they're working on trying to get you back. And for some of you, you're like, no, they're not. I don't hear from them. But you'd be surprised. It's almost like they have this big plan to, come shining in like a month and tell you all these different things they've done and why you can trust them now. And I'm not saying that you won't, and I'm not saying that you would be bad if you did. What I was trying to explain here is that we're so busy making ourselves feel terrible about choices we make, about people we love. And those are lessons we have to learn. The next card you have is anything you're going to feel throughout the month. And you have the Page of Cups. This may be a change. This may be one of the biggest changes. The Page of Cups is somebody who looks at things lovingly, somebody who looks for the love, or somebody who looks to see happiness in every scenario instead of seeing the negative. So a big change for you may be like, hey, you know what? It's time that maybe I get out there and try some dating, online dating, or, 6 feet away distant dating, or you get my point. The Page of Cups is somebody who's trying to see the blessings in disguise, even when there's some anger about these tower moments, even when they're saying, crap, I have to rely on myself for everything, whatever animosity you've been feeling or you've had is going to like do a 180, and you're going to be counting your blessings and feeling more like love is in the air type energy. Ah, yes. The next card you have are your hopes and fears. And the Three of Cups is, am I going to meet people? Would people be, I haven't done online dating in forever. I've heard horror stories about it, or how do I meet people or whatever. Don't worry about that, because the Three of Cups coming out says you're going to meet people. Now, again, social distancing or not, please do not get political in my channel. Like, be a responsible adult and take care of your own. Okay. The Three of Cups talks about, celebration, meeting people, getting together, having a good time, maybe for the holidays, maybe, whatever it is for you. This is saying, don't fret, Virgo. Somebody is out there who may be a very good opportunity, a new opportunity for you. I'm not saying that the past isn't coming back with vengeance, because I think they already have, or they're like right there standing, waiting for the moment. It's almost like they're like, is this the right time? 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 But they're still thinking Virgo, because then your outcome card here is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is defense, it's strategy, it's priority. And then you have the Seven of Cups relating to yourself, which is, getting out there, you're having temptation. Virgo, get out, have some fun, little makeout sesh. Well, carefully, again, I don't want to hear it, but literally, like, this is whatever you want, you can get out and manifest. But the thing with the Seven of Cups to be careful of is it's temptation. Okay. So I'm not talking about this is, you're meeting the man or woman of your dreams right this second. This is just enjoy yourself, especially with this Three of Cups energy under here. Now, you have the Queen of Pentacles on top of here, which is talking about you've grown wise. So you may be generous. She's very generous. She or he, I don't apply sex to the cards, is very generous energy. So you may be willing to talk to this ex who comes bombarding back in. They're showing me like a ball, and this person's like ramming through your front door. Not like crazy, like they're going to come with like a hammer or anything, but like literally they just, they can't stop themselves. They have to find out what you're up to. But the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's like, yeah, I'll talk to you, but I reciprocate the energy I get. So if you're coming back and you're like, hey, but I miss you. Oh, really? Because, you know, we saw Karen and you at the movies the other day, or you get my point. So the Queen of Pentacles is happy to have the generosity, very maternal, paternal energy, very caring energy, just without the bullshit and chocolate covered strawberries. This is like, I've seen this dance before, so I'm willing to have a conversation, but don't expect me to two-step with you. Now, your two clarifying cards for your distant future is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is huge. This is about abundance, but this is about seeing the abundance that's right in front of you. This is also about value. So the Nine of Pentacles talks about what is of value to you right now. Is it your freedom from the toxicity? Is it your, is it making money? Is it, buying a house? Is it expanding your family? Like, what is your Nine of Pentacles? What is the value for you? And the big thing here, Virgo, is trying to figure out what makes you feel abundant. For some people, it's money. For some people, it's love. For some people, it's all of the above. So really, Virgo, you're trying to figure out what aspects of your life